Danielle Boatman curled up under the blankets and closed her eyes. The last 5 weeks had been emotionally draining. It had begun with Clint Marlow's unpleasant stay at Marlow House, and then the car accident, which had claimed the life of Clint's fiancée and had left him in a coma. From there, things veered into the twilight zone. Now, when she woke up each morning, the first thing she asked herself, was it all real? A week after the fateful accident, it was Walt whom she had brought home from the hospital. Walt in his cousin Clint's body. She was still surprised when she realized it hadn't been a dream. Danielle had foolishly imagined they would have a week or so to ease into their new reality without bed and breakfast guests underfoot. What she hadn't counted on was what had happened after Walt came home. In the span of 1 week, Marlow House had been broken into 3 times. There had been 2 murders, one that took place under her roof, and she and Walt almost got locked into a crate and set on fire. But now all the guilty parties were behind bars or under surveillance, and they had a couple of days left before the next round of bed and breakfast guests arrived. She was determined to get a good night's sleep so she and Walt could enjoy a few quiet days together. Restless, Danielle sat up briefly and rearranged her pillow, giving it several quick punches to reform its shape. Just before setting her head back on the pillow, she hugged a second one and turned to her right side. Pulling up her knees, she curled into a fetal position. The room was not totally dark. Light from the near full moon slipped in through the partially open blinds. Max slept on the foot of the bed. Danielle could hear him snoring. Closing her eyes, she let out a sigh and tried to clear her mind. All she wanted to do was sleep. It took only minutes before she accomplished her goal. Danielle had been asleep for not more than 10 minutes when her eyes flew open. She was no longer in the comfort of her bed, but sitting outside on the edge of her roof, looking over her side yard while the full moon lit the night sky.